I'm a burn survivor and also a skin TE patient. Before my accident, I was loving, energetic. I used to love to go out with my friends and my kids. Before the accident, me and my kids had just celebrated Christmas. Then my friend, we had just celebrated Christmas. I had went to church on January 7th. After church, I went to Pandora. I was going to get a pendant for Tiffany because she had cancer. We was getting matching cancer pendants. So I went to her house and something told me to leave. I just wouldn't leave because I was so adamant about giving her her pendant. So her mom finally opened the door. I went in, we was talking. We put our pendants on and we was talking about old times. And then her mom came in and was like, y'all, the house is on fire. And then she left. I don't know where she went, but me and Tiffany was sitting next to each other. So when she said the house was on fire, my first instinct was to grab Tiffany because she wasn't walking good because of her cancer. So I grabbed her and inside her room, we was inside her room. I grabbed her and we went outside where the fire was in the living room. So I just seen a whole bunch of smoke. I didn't see no fire, but I felt the fire hit my head right here. I had a hair weave in that went like this and it like plastered on my head. So I kept grabbing Tiffany to come with me. Some kind of way, her hand kept slipping out of my hand. And I was determined to keep her with me. As I'm grabbing her, I went to praying. I said, God, please get us out this house. Please don't let us burn in this house. When I opened my eyes back up, I seen white. I don't remember going down the steps, but the firefighters told my daughters that when they came up, they seen me wobbling down the stairs. I remember laying on the ground. And the firefighter was in my ear. He was like, is it anyone else in the house? Is there anyone else in the house? I don't remember the response to him. I remember waking up in the hospital, like maybe it was like 3 weeks later, and I noticed all my burns. So I was asking my kids, like, why am I burnt like this? What happened? And I started asking them about Tiffany. I was like, why haven't Tiff came to see me? I mean, you know, that was my best friend. We was friends since we were 16. So I know if anybody else was gonna come, she was gonna come.
Right.
I asked my daughters several times. They never would tell me because they didn't want, you know, for me to get upset. So finally, I asked her again, and Keziah was like, Mom, she didn't make it. And I was like, oh, no, she said, Mom, she's gone. And I was like, gone where, Keziah? Where did she go? Because, you know, we always used to go out of town together. So I was thinking maybe she went out of town. So she was like, Mom, she didn't make it out the fire. You didn't get her out the fire. So then I was confused and I was saying, Keziah, so why are people calling me a hero? If I didn't get her out the fire, why are they calling me a hero? And she was saying, like, Mom, because you tried. So then from that day on, I told her I don't want any people calling me a hero anymore because I don't feel like I'm a hero because I didn't get her out. So after a couple of days, I started getting rehab on my on everything. Some days I used to didn't want to do it. I used to didn't want to because it hurted. They had to clean my wounds and it was so much pain. So the 6th floor at Tampa General, they took very good care of me. They treated me like I was their family. The days that when I didn't want to push myself, they pushed me. And they told me, Tasha, you got to do this if you want to go home. You keep saying you want to go home, you have to do it. So each day, therapy will come and make me walk, try to make me walk. I took a couple of steps and I was getting better every day. On April 7th, I went to rehab I left my family on the 6th floor. They took me to rehab. I stayed in rehab for only a week because my 6th floor, they was already doing the rehab and stuff that I needed to do. So when I got to rehab, I was already ready. So I went home on the 11th, April 11th. I went home on a walker, and I went home with a wheelchair. And when I went home, I used to walk each corner of my house without the walker because I didn't want to use the walker. So one day I walked the whole block without it. Then I promised the whole 6th floor at Tampa General that I was going to come back and see them. I went by, I picked up the phone, I was like, would y'all let Natasha Williams in? And they opened the doors, and I walked through, and we just cried. We cried tears of joy. After I left there from seeing them, I went down the hallways that the rehabilitation center. I went down there and I made a video, a testimony of what happened, of me walking. And I made this video here. Just a little testimony for y'all. Can y'all believe that I'm walking with no pain, no nothing? These same hallways where these people used to push me in. God is good, baby. God is good. So after that day, I kept going back to see my family. I loved it them. I just want to compare, like, with this skin TE. It's so soft. It's soft. It's smooth. It don't hurt. It don't itch. As in my skin grafts, they are lumpy and bumpy, and they itch all day long. All day long is like bumpy here and bumpy there. For a year and a half, I wore burn garments. Not a year and a half, a year. I wore burn garments on my arms. I never wore burn garments on my legs. I was supposed to, but I had gained so much weight I couldn't fit them anymore. So I didn't wear them, and I mean, the skin is softer without the burn garments. With the TE, it's softer, and the burn garments, it's still rough and rigid. So I just would like to thank for the TE, for I love them. I thank them for that because it really works and it's amazing. I'm a miracle that I'm still here. I thank God that I'm still here. And I thank me, Dr. Smith, that we didn't let me go home until I was well. He was adamant. He did not want me to go home until I was well, and I thank him so much. I thank the whole 6th floor at Tampa General. That was my family. And I thank God that I'm here with my kids. And I thank God for Dr. Smith taking that chance on that new technology that even tried on me. It saved my life. Thank you.